This week on Business Line, we catch up with a man who redefined the business of classifieds and yellow pages. His company Sulekha.com is one of the leaders in this space. Rajiv Lula met up with Param Parameswaran.
Thank you, Pranav. Today, Mr. Param Parameswaran, the chairman of Sulekha.com, joins us for the show. Welcome, Param.
Thank you very much, Rajiv. It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell us, how's this business in India?
Well, we are an India-centric company. I mean, our main business now is in India. We are the largest provider of online classifieds in India. When I say online, I mean not only the internet, but also on the mobile platform. We are also the largest provider of yellow pages, which is local business search information. And we continue to provide this to Indians in India as well as Indians worldwide through a portfolio of service city-based portals.
So let's do some quick comparisons. Let's start with Google. Google does local search as well. And if I go on Google Maps with using my mobile phone, I can find the local restaurant and the local repairman. How would a Sulekha.com result be different from what Google offers?
Well, I think we are more comprehensive than any provider of local search information out there. So we have the largest, most comprehensive and accurate database. If you know, since you are experienced with the US, I mean, in the US we have ready information available in CDs which are sent out quarterly, and so you have ready access to business information.
Yes.
In India, that's not the case. Accuracy, comprehensiveness of business information is at a premium. So unlike the US, in India, we at Sulekha actually built up the database from the scratch, and we have invested in that database, and we continue to invest in maintaining it, and making sure that it is accurate and ready for providing information to our users.
Now, Craigslist almost single-handedly changed the way US classifieds business runs. A whole lot of newspapers suffered because of that. How scared should the newspapers in India be because of Sulekha?
Well, let me explain that there are some differences which are worth noting in terms of Craigslist versus Sulekha. And they will probably throw up the differences in the classifieds business or in the classified, what we call local commerce. For us, by the way, a footnote, we don't think in terms of classifieds and yellow pages. For us, it's actually the same. And we are the only company which has actually combined the two of them. Because from a user perspective, what does it matter? I mean, you know, you're looking for a house. Tomorrow you may be looking for a home improvement kind of a business and so on. So for you want the spectrum of needs to be satisfied. So we offer an integrated service. Now, the way in which it's different is primarily caused, different meaning between Craigslist and Sulekha. It's because we have low broadband penetration and so on and so forth. We don't have businesses that are on the web.
Right, yeah.
Right? So when you pointed out in your earlier question on Google, you know, hey, I can find information, that's not quite true, because most businesses are still to be listed. So let's say we have small businesses which are not listed, etc., but we have users who may come through the mobile platform or to the internet platform onto our site. They might throw up some need. They might actually fill out a form, etc., etc. We have lead generation forms that actually captures their need. And now we deliver those requests for services to businesses. Now, in so delivering, we don't just focus on delivering it through the net. 60-70% of our leads get consumed by the businesses through the mobile platform. So they receive that as an SMS. They may receive that as an email. They may also receive that. We have a feature called Call Connect. So we actually patch the user through to the business right there, then and there.
Some of the large television channels are only 7 years old, but large newspapers are more than 100-year-old in this country. How do you plan on lining up these alliances that will help you instead of kind of letting them believe that you are competition?
I mean, there are about 7.5 million small to medium-sized businesses in India by our estimates. There are only about 500, maybe 1,000, maybe a few more than that, of larger corporate types who tend to advertise on TV, who tend to take out full-page ads in newspapers, and so on and so forth. So we have that.
Well, that's one segment.
And we have this 7.5 million. Now, out of that, our reckoning, at least initially, is that probably 1 million or so are investing, are spending money on organized leads systems.
Yeah.
How they obtain their leads, whether it's word of mouth, whether by inserting a little small ad somewhere, or whether by putting it up on a street corner or a hoarding. There are multiple ways. But by and large, they have been shut out of this lead generation game. They have no basis to say that this month I'm going to make sure that I get 10 leads a month or 10 leads a day, and I'll run my business, and this is the revenue I'll generate. They have been shut out of that because of the costs of TV, costs of radio, perhaps costs of print, and so on.
So now I run, let's assume, a small business.
Yes.
So I have a small shop of, let's call it creative agency, and I want to now advertise or put my listing on Sulekha.com so people can find me.
Yes.
Should I go on Sulekha.com, be self-service? Should I wait for a sales guy from your company to call me? How much would they charge me? What should I expect?
Well, I think that you are free. It is possible for you to go onto our site, to register your name, add the descriptions, add pictures if you want, add directions, etc. to your business, and provide other kinds of interesting, unique information. You are absolutely empowered to do that on our site. However, you can also pick up the phone and call the Sulekha office, the sales offices that we have located, and have someone speak to you on the phone, or at some appropriate predetermined time have some salespeople visit you. And therein lies the difference between Craigslist number that you cited, about 50, 60, and us, which is 600, because we have invested in that sales force as well. We typically have prepaid contracts, and then as we deliver leads to you, we actually reduce the value of the contract. The one other remarkable thing about what we did, and this I would like to offer up the point that this has been an innovation that we did in India, and that was to offer a guaranteed response element to our contracts. In other words, if we can't deliver you that many leads, we will return the money, or we, at your choice, we will make sure that those number of leads are sent to you.
Thanks, Param, for being with us today in our studios. Good luck with your business in India and rest of the world. Pranav, back to you.
Thanks, Rajiv. And now we shift our spotlight to the man who says money doesn't mean much to him, or is it just a joke? Because actor Shiva lives to make people laugh.
There is a big saying from Bob Marley. He said the three things that we don't need in this world. One is border, and second is a flag, and third is a wallet. Because of wallet, everybody is segregated into groups. Rich man, poor man. And I think money is the last thing that I really respect. I think saving is very important because you will really understand the value of saving when it's required. When you really need money, that time only you really understand the value of saving. If we see practically, it's real estate, because if you put any money now, it will be double or triple in some time. But I think it's the right time to buy properties because it's a little cheaper than it was.
That's all we have for you this week. Do write to us at feedback@ndtv-hindu.com or call us at 99 413 22222. See you next week.